It's time for a 24-hour readathon. Woo! Okay, so here are my thoughts. I haven't had a great reading month this month of July. I'm recording this on July 27th, and I've read like 15 books at most. I try to read at least 20 books a month, minimum, kind of. And I try to read at least 10 physical TBR books. And I've only read 6, I believe. Well, no, 7. I've read 7. I've DNF'd 2 of those 7. So it's just not many. But they still count as me getting books on or off my shelves or being read. So I've read 7. So I still need to read 3 more. So I thought I would do a 24-hour readathon because a lot of books have come off a hold on Libby. And I want to reach my goal of 10 books of my physical TBR. And I have a lot of books that are just like making me have anxiety. So let's talk about those books that are giving me anxiety first. So some books that have come off a hold are, the first book that came off a hold that I still have that I haven't finished reading is Air. I have 11 days left of this. Mind you, I had 21 to begin with, and I'm only 50 pages into it, so that's a lot of a way to go. And this might take up the most of the 24 hours if I do this, but this is an option. Then I have The Dagger in the Flame. This came off of a hold 3 days ago, and again, it's another fantasy. Most of the books that have been coming off of hold are thick fantasies, but this is another fantasy. This is another option. I haven't started it yet, and so here's this. Next is Vinland Saga Volume 2. I borrowed it from Libby, like a digital copy from Libby, and I'm around 25% through that. So that will most likely definitely be getting read during this vlog. And then 2 more books came up hold that I don't even own physically. It's The Serpent and the Wings of Night that came off of hold, and so did Daughter of No Worlds. That also came off of hold. So I have those 2 options as well. Both have audiobooks, and I also want to read at least 1 book for my Southern Hearts and Signed Kisses episode 5. That is, I have 6 books to read for that vlog, and I've only read 2, and I wanted to be done with all the books by Wednesday. So if that's the case, I have to get a move on with that. And like I said, I want to read at least 3 physical books from my physical TBR, and these count as 2, so I still need 1 more. And there's a lot of books available right now. Let's see. There's a lot of books available right now on my Libby that are on my physical TBR. And that would include stuff like Temper by Nikki Drayden, The First Binding by R.R. Verdi, It Waits in the Forest by Sarah Dawes, Ocean's Echo by Everina Maxwell, Real Life by Brandon Taylor, Gone with by Amber McBride, Their Vicious Games by Joelle Wellington, Forged by Blood by Egbor Akoson. There's a lot of books on here that are available. It's just, what do I have the vibe for? And I really don't know what I have the vibe for. So we'll see. I'm going to start at 12 p.m. It is 11:43 right now. I'm very scared. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm not going to get a lot done. But we'll see. I think I can do it. And again, DNFing counts. But you can't count all. Like, if I do like a counter for the pages at the end, I can't count the whole book. I would just have to count where I DNF'd that. But DNFs do count because those get them off my shelves and things like that. So DNFs count. But I think the first book I'll probably get to is probably Vinland Saga, because I'm already a 4th through that, and Air, because I'm already like 12-ish% through that, which is not far at all. I still have quite a long ways to go, and I'm not feeling it, to be honest. But again, I'm only 50, that's not even 50. I'm 67 pages into it. I'm not really feeling it, and I wish there was more of the people from the past. Like, it's only been 20 years. They're not dead, and especially since they were like teenagers to early 20s in the book of in Ember in the Ashes. I wish they were. Only Helena is in this one, but I don't like the way she's acting. So, and these chapters do be long. So, but yeah. Let's get this going. This is a long intro. Let's get this going. Okay, so it is 1:42 p.m., which means I've been reading for an hour and 42 minutes. I've only read Air so far, and I got to page 204, which means I've read around 140-ish pages in an hour and 40 minutes. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm so tired, to be honest. But I want to continue reading, so I think I'm over a third through Air now. There might be a nap coming up soon. I've only been reading for over an hour and a half. But I think I'm going to read a little bit of Vinland Saga Volume 2, and then maybe take a nap, and then we'll see where we go from there. To be honest, I really don't know. But yeah, we're going to read some Vinland Saga, take these headphones out, give my ears a break, and then we'll see where we go from there. I know for a fact I'm going to read a KU book and try to finish it today. I want to get at least halfway through Air before it reaches like nighttime, and halfway to finished with Vinland Saga, and try to finish a KU book for my Southern Hearts Inside Kisses video. That's what I'm gonna try to do. So we'll see how far I get with that. In a week's time, I will be going to Norway. I am very nervous. Like, I've been having like anxiety, heart palpitations about it, but it is what it is. I'm very nervous. So yeah, but there's nothing I could do about it. I'm trying to make sure there's as little books as possible on Libby while I'm gone for like around a week. So yeah, I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well. So, yeah. Bye. Hello, everyone. So I have finished Vinland Saga. That's 438 pages read. I finished it. It was good. I don't know how I feel about this series and if I want to continue. Um, I bought books 1 and 5 from Goodwill for like $2. So I've now read 1 and 2, and it's good. It gives me the same vibes of the shows like Vikings and The Last Kingdom and Vikings Valhalla, because like even though we like the Vikings for the most part, the main character Vikings, they do pillage and assault people, and I think that's very clear. Like, you feel bad for the main character because his father was killed right in front of him. He's basically become like a servant, um, used to kill by the man who murdered his father. But also at the same time, he just walks away when he sees a woman getting assaulted by Vikings. Like, he's not a good person, but also he's still like a teenager. I don't know. And that really, it rubbed me the wrong way, but also it stuck with me throughout the rest of the book. And it happened pretty early on. And I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. I don't know how I feel about just, I don't know. I like it, but I don't know if I love it as much as other people love it. I think I might love the anime more. The anime is on Netflix, so I might watch the anime. But for right now, I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I don't know. But like I said, so I finished that. So I finished 1 book so far, and I am 38% through Air, and it's okay. I don't know. I think it's gonna get a DNF, not because it's bad. I just don't care. And An Ember in the Ashes, it's not a favorite series of mine. I thought this was a different book altogether, but it's a continuation, like 20 years later, of An Ember in the Ashes series. And that's good and all, but at the same time, I don't care. So it's like, will I read this entire book just to not care? Will I read more and start to care more? Or will I DNF it now while I still don't care? I don't know which one I'm going to do, but I really want to take a break from reading because it is, what time is it? It is 3:26, so I've been reading for 3.5 hours. Kind of 3.5 hours straight. I listened to the Air book until I got to 38%, which means I read 26% of the book. And then I finished a whole manga. And Vinland Saga is not like a regular manga, like a My Hero Academia manga. Vinland Saga is like 400 plus pages each. So I read at least like 500 pages already today. So let's keep it moving, shall we? Time to take a break. I need a break. Hello. So, an update for this 24-hour readathon. It is 10:04, which means it's been 10 hours since I started doing this. I have finished 2 books. I just finished my Southern Hearts and Sign Kiss book 3. Think this is a game. I have finished Vinland Saga, and I got 200 pages into Air. And I'm thinking I'm going to DNF it because I don't really care. So that's 3 books finished, I guess. I'm still debating on Air. I just didn't care enough about Ember in the Ashes as a series to read another book by in that world. At first, I thought this was just another book by Saba Tahir, but it's a like continuation, like 20 years later. Obviously, things are different. Like, the main characters of Ember and Ashes are not the main characters of Air, but I still don't really care about any of the characters like that. I cared about the characters in Ember and Ashes, but for a lot of people, that's their favorite one, their favorite like new adult YA series. I don't know if that's an adult series or not, but honestly, for me, it's not. It's like a 3.5 to a 4-star series in my opinion, and book 1 in my opinion was the best book. So there's just a lot going on with that, and I just don't really care about being in that world again, especially since now there's a lot going on in that world, and now we're learning about different parts of that world. I'm still confused on some of the parts in An Ember in the Ashes. Like, so I just don't think this book is for me, and I just hate that because it's such a beautiful book. It's so amazingly beautiful of a book that I want to keep it, but it's just not for me, to be honest. So that's getting out here. So that's 3 books. I might change my mind, but I don't feel like I will. And so yeah, that's 3 books done. I probably will start another book. I'm thinking of starting either the Dagger. I think I'm going to start the Dagger and the Flame. Just read a little piece of it, or I'm going to start another Southern Hearts and Signed Kisses Kindle book, which is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. All right, so it is now midnight. So we are officially halfway through this readathon that I made myself do for no reason. And I have done 3 books. Air, I think this is a game. So my goals for the last 12 hours. 1, I'm taking a break right now. I just ate and I'm just watching YouTube videos right now. My goal is to read and finish 1 more Southern Hearts and Signed Kisses book, so I can have 4 done out of the 6. And to start and maybe finish, but most likely start and get, and if I like it, get halfway through The Dagger and the Flame, or Dagger and Its Flame, or whatever that book is called, and start another book and finish something short for my physical TBR. I think the main 2 goals is another Southern Hearts Signed Kisses book and Dagger and Flame book. But if I have time, or if I want to switch it up, to do another physical TBR book so that I can reach my goal of 10, because right now I think I'm at 9 with Air, and or am I at 8? Well, with Dagger and Flame I'll be at 9, so another book to make it 10 full books that I'm reading, or DNF'd from my physical TBR. And the books that I'm thinking about are classics, because classics are the ones that are usually available the most on Libby. It's just like, am I in a classics mood? Not really, but am I ever in a classics mood? No. And I read Phantom of the Opera recently, this month, and I really enjoyed it. So maybe I should do Benjamin Button. I don't know. There's options. There are options. So, but yeah, those are the goals. 1, read and start Dagger and Flame. Get at least halfway through. 2, read and finish another Southern Hearts Signed Kisses book. I think it's going to be Mr. Librarian. And 3, start and finish another physical TBR book. So I'll get back to you whenever I do any of those, hopefully. So, yeah. Okay, so it is 2:15 in the morning, and I am officially on part 2 of The Dagger and the Flame. That means I am 34% through the book. And guys, the book is bad. It's quite boring. I don't give a damn in the slightest. So, yeah. Not great. Like, the writing's fine. The characters, boring. The plot, so lackluster, and I don't care at all. But the thing is, I'm tired of DNFing books. At the same time, I don't want to finish this book. So I think I'm going to DNF it. And this one will be getting on hold. I don't know if I am going to continue just to get a book completed, or am I going to DNF and unhaul? No matter what, whether I finish it or DNF it, it's still getting unhauled. But I'm trying to think if I should finish the book or not. And honestly, I could just listen to it and you know, get through it, to be honest. And I kind of want to do that just because it doesn't count on Goodreads if it's DNF'd. Because when I personally DNF books, I just delete them off my want to read and all the things. I don't mark them as finished because I technically didn't finish the book. I DNF'd it. Even though in my mind I am done with the book, I finished the book because I am finished reading it, even if I DNF'd it. It counts on my spreadsheet as a book read because you still read a certain amount of pages, depending. But it doesn't count for Goodreads. I'm tired though. It's 2:15, like I said. There's less than 10 hours left of this. I'm pretty sure I can wake up before 10. Before 12. If I just if I'm up in the next 30 minutes to an hour, then I'm just gonna go back to reading the book. Cause at a certain point I just started scrolling on Instagram, watching things silently because I was technically listening to stuff in my ears. Oh my gosh. I yawned so hard my eyes start to tear up. I need to go to bed. Okay, so yeah, but I'm getting things done. This is the most frequent I've read books all of July, so I'm getting things done. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye. It is 8:41 a.m. I have around 3 hours and 20 minutes left of this. I think for the last 3 hours I'm gonna read my Kindle book. Why am I up right now? It's crazy. I'm gonna read my Kindle book. That's all I'm gonna do. Cause I can't do more right now. I might go back to sleep. Who knows what would happen. Okay. Goodbye. Alright. It is... What time is it? It is 11:36. So I have 24 minutes left of this challenge. And I'm not going to start anything else. Because I'm kind of over it, but I can tell you what I have read. And what in the world is going? There we go. Jesus. Okay, so let's go through everything that I read and did during this. So the first book I read and finished was the first book that I read and finished was Vinland Saga Volume 2. It was good. I gave it like a 3.5 to a 4. I don't know. I'm not as head over heels for this series as other people are. And I'm thinking, like, have I not made it that far yet? Or I don't know. Like, I like it. I like the Viking aesthetic of it because I love Viking TV shows like Vikings Valhalla, The Last Kingdom. I love that stuff. And just like those shows, I like that it shows that even though we're following these characters, they aren't great characters either. Like in this book specifically, he walks away while some of his Viking comrades are about to assault a woman after from the town or city that they just pillaged. And it's like, we're glad that our main character isn't an assaulter, but he knew what was about to happen and he didn't do anything, so he's not good either. Like, he's on this revenge path because his father was killed, but now you're leaving your mother and your sister alone with no one to protect them. I'm not saying that it's his job to protect them, but you still have a mother and a sister, and you're leaving them for your revenge, and you aren't any better than the Vikings or the certain Vikings that you hate, because you're allowing all this Viking stuff. So it's like, I like that part of it, but it's like, I don't know. Then I read Think It's a Game by Nick Mills. That was good too. I give it like a 3.5 to a 4 star. It ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger. So I will be continuing that series as well. Then I started Air before the readathon started, but I thought I would be able to finish it during it. And I could have if I liked it enough. And right now, I'm not here for it. And so that was a DNF. I am DNFing it. I didn't care about the An Ember in the Ashes world enough to like that book and continue that. I thought this was a different fantasy series from Saba Tahir, but it's in the same world with offspring from the main series with a couple of the characters, and it's like, I don't know. And I think it's weird that you fall in love over time with the main characters of An Ember in the Ashes series, and then you have a book that's 20 years later, and I got over 200 pages into that book, and the kids of those said children, it's like, where are your parents? Like, they don't seem like the greatest parents, and that kind of like ruins the original series for me, because like, they're so good and so powerful and they want to save and protect so many people, but then when it comes to their kids, they don't care as much. And that's what it felt like to me. So I was just like, I'm over it. I also read and DNF'd The Dagger and the Flame. Now here's the thing. Air is not a bad book. I just don't care for the story. Dagger and the Flame, that's a pretty bad book. Like 5 pages in, I was like, ugh. And I read 162 pages, or 169, I don't remember the number. This book isn't good. It isn't that good. The story, the characters, the plot, the writing is fine, I guess. But in one ear and out the other, I'm telling you. So that's that. And then lastly, I finished it about 5-10 minutes ago, Mr. Librarian, and I gave it a 3.5. I do think it got a lower rating because of this challenge, but also it's no different than other things I've read, which is not a bad thing. It's just that, like, I've read so many books that are similar, but I love some more than others, and this just isn't one that I love more than others. It's really good, but it's not like the characters aren't wowing me, or the plot isn't wowing me, that I'm like, this is better than all the other ones that I've read. But it's a good indie romance, and it has a good level of spice to it. But it's so early it's not early in the morning anymore. But I'm so tired. Spice isn't spicing right now. It's too early to be spicing like this, you know? But I'm going to put the total here. I can't see it. I don't have glasses on. Here of the page total that I read. And I'm going to count up how many books I read, because you know I didn't have some. And I'll put that also here. I can't even tell if this is in frame. Here. And yeah. Will I do this again? Probably, but I would do it differently, a lot differently next time. I think I would start in the morning and end in the morning instead of starting midday and ending midday. But also, I would want to try to stay up all 24 hours. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching this video and sticking with me. Sorry if I didn't like some of your faves, but also remember, like I always say in every single video, I hope, we two people are never the same. We have different taste in books, and we hate and love different things. And just because I didn't like something doesn't mean that you won't like it. This could be your next 5-star. The Dagger and the Flame could be your next 5-star, even though it was not mine. So always take what reviewers or booktubers or book talkers say with a grain of salt. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have an amazing, scrumdiddlyumptious, top tier reading day, week, month, or year. All of the above, actually. And have a great day in general. Bye. I'm about to eat some food and then go straight to sleep. Bye-bye.